All right. Once again, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Eoshai, Bashem, Ruka, Dominions be unto the apostles and elders of great millstone. To all the Akiams worldwide, I want to say shalom be unto you. This is the word from the GMH.com. Just want a quick edification, three spirits and the power of the Most High, Bashem, Eoshai. So, my edification today is entitled Destruction of Men of Babylon. Destruction of men of Babylon, aka America the Great. And there's going to be a day to come, and destruction is going to be so upon that land. Curse of the Lord Abashemisha is going to rain on that land, and it's going to be so. Pertaining to Isaiah 13, start at 1. You go down to see how we could reach in terms of explaining how the destruction of men is going to take place. Let's start off. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner unto the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highest. He called the his mighty ones. He have called, the ones that do the will of the Most High Bashem and Shine. I can jump to Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 1 said, and then I jump back and forth. He said, he cried also in my ear with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the cities to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lie towards the north, and every man is slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar. And the glory of power Yahweh Shemeshai of Israel was gone up from the cherub whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the men clothed with linen, which had the inkhorn at his side. And the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's what we're doing right now. We're sighing and crying. We're hoping to be part of those men that they're speaking about in Isaiah 13 that says, verse 3, I commanded my sanctified ones, and I have called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in the highest, even those that sigh and cry for the abomination that's being done on the face of the earth, for the wickedness, for these people that break the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, who go ahead and sacrifice unto devils, who choose to be part of this wicked kingdom and take part in the great whore, is Babylon the Great, aka spiritually America. So, verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tremendous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts mustered the host of the battle, because Yahweh is going to be a leader of the battle. When these other nations try to fight with him, and it's going to be a war, good against evil. You know who the wicked is? Esau. Verse 5, they come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, on even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. And those weapons will be from those chariots that Yahushua will be coming back in. Those so-called UFOs that they're seeing, and then they're saying that they have to build a station, a space station, to fight against these aliens. No, they're going to try and fight against their Lord. They're going to try to fight against their maker. But they're going to lose. 6, howl ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah is upon, and it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. And you men of Babylon, you're going to be taken up, you're going to be burnt up, you're going to be destroyed. That's what the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah. And all you people of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native who wish to follow after the great whore and against Babylon the Great, you're going to take part in that lake fire, putting into Revelation. You know? Verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Yeah, your heart going to faint, and every man's, their hands are going to be faint. Every man's heart is going to melt. Into Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 20. In that day, man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which he made each for himself, to worship, to the moles and to the cleft and to the bats, to go into the cleft of the rock and unto the top of the rugged rock, for fear of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah, and for the glory of his majesty, when he rises to shake terribly the earth. Yeah. And as well, we'll see, whereas shall see every man with his hand on his loins, like a woman in travail, Jacob's trouble. And you men of Babylon, you're going to be destroyed. That's the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah. And your false god, and who is Esau, he's not going to save you on that day. And all your idols that you created with your own hands, it's not going to save you on that day. And all your wisdom and knowledge that was against the Most High Shemeshah is going to become to nothing. And on that day, you'll get all the knowledge of the truth, but it will be too late. But all the spirits and demons will leave you. Verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Yeah, because those nukes and those missiles from the chariots. Yeah. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof of it. And who is the sinners? Those that don't keep the laws, the statutes and commandments of the Most High, those who are against Mashiach, against the truth, against the Lord. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Because of those nuclear missiles, when they send up their mushroom cloud, when their destruction, and the Lord is going to take the threshing tools of this other nation, which is these nukes, and use it to his will. And the sun is going to be blackened out because of those clouds, those nuclear fallout, those dark clouds is going to be darkened out. The moon shall not give any shine, because the whole earth will be covered in that dark smoke, that solid, that thick, dark, solid smoke. 11, and I will punish a world for their evil, and a wicked for their iniquity, and it will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And the proud will be Esau, and everyone who is under the vibration of Esau, you proud. And everyone who is against the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Yeah, so I'm going to become more precious than fine gold because it'll be hard to find these men. But I'll tell you, men you'll be fine in those days. The men of Yasharallah, the princes of the Most High Bashemeshai, the men that sigh and cry for the abomination that's been done on the face of the earth. We will be as fine gold. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall be moved out of her place in the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase rules, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one to his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So everyone who is joined unto Babylon the Great, everyone who is joined unto the whore, Edom and his whole nation, they're going to be thrust through and destroyed. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of their womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. That goes back to Revelation chapter 137 and verse 7. It says, remember, O Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth the little ones on stones. So there will be no pity for your little ones in those days, Edom and the men of Babylon. Your little ones are going to be destroyed, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai, and according to his word. They shall not spare your children. And Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. There's going to be brimstone from those chariots, fire and brimstones. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwell in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Abraean pitch tent thereof, neither shall the shepherd make their fold there. But the wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doceful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. And that's going to be the destruction of you men of Babylon, you men of America, the great, spiritually, Babylon. You know, that time is going to come, and the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai is going to take up judgment. And just to finish off Ezekiel 9, it says, verse 4, And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that is done in the midst thereof. Verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, Go ye after him through the midst of the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. So, destruction coming to you, men of Babylon. Prepare for destruction, prepare for slaughter of your children. Prepare for the indignation of the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai. Thus the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai. So, I hope this was edifying to you. With that, I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh Shemeshai. Bashem Kodash. A double has been to your apostles and heirs of great millstone. To all the Arkhams worldwide, I want to say Shalom be unto you. This is the word from the GMI Sri Lanka, saying Shalom. Shalom to the elect.